Greetings and welcome to Mars Attract, a new theme park management game where you construct a park on Mars for the Martians. Humans are our primary source of entertainment and we're going to abduct them from Earth to display and experiment with them for the general happiness of our Martian visitors. Humans and other items we steal on expeditions and can then be processed into more refined technology to enhance the attractiveness of the park, while also researching new techniques and managing our staff. This is a sponsored video by Outlier and I'd like to show you hands-on gameplay. Mars Attracts released this into early access on September 16, so don't forget to check out the link in the video description to learn more about the game and try out the demo yourself. Agag. Well, of course, you must be the new general manager. It's about time. I've been waiting for you to show up. Welcome to Mars' first ever human-themed tourist attraction. HQ has high hopes for this place, though now that I see you, maybe I'll let you know to temper their expectations. Humans may bring in the crowds, but remember, they're slippery creatures. While their enclosed brains may seem small and underdeveloped to us, research has shown them to be surprisingly adept to subterfuge. I did inform the board it would take a cunning mind experienced in business and human relations, but well, here you are. Alright, and with that, we are now in the game, in the park itself. And the first thing I'm doing is I'm skipping the tutorial, so if you're new to this game at all, then you do also get an extensive tutorial, which I think is of course very good. But for this, we are skipping it, and let's go ahead and start building us a bit of a park. I'm just going to expand the roads that we already have here, right? And yeah, we do have, of course, the most important currency, money right now. I think Martian dollars, you might call them, and we're going to use them to build us the first paths that I want to have. We also have the dirt path, so this is more a themed path, however it cost me twice as much, and yeah, while I'm not that poor, I'm also not that rich, so I'm gonna stick with a normal path for the beginning. And yeah, the park is closed right now, so we can see on this map here, we are at the outer edge over here. This is where the Martians are coming in, and we do have a bit of space here available for first smaller park, have a nice feature there as well that we can use. Now we're starting with nothing basically, right? And we do need to start with our very first enclosures now. And there's a bunch of themes available. We're starting with ancient Rome and the American frontier, and then we can expand with more research. And yeah, let's start with the first enclosure. You can have this one somewhere down here, right? We should probably make it a bit bigger because humans like to have ample space. And with that, let's build it. We can always expand this later down the road, so it's not a big deal. I can just drag it like this, you know, and just make it larger and smaller depending on my capacity. I think this looks like a nice first park area enclosure that we have. And I'm also going to have the road over there because we still need to add as well windows to this whole thing. This is where my Martians can then actually watch the humans inside. Let's just go ahead with those 3 windows. The more windows, the merrier. So the more space my Martians have to watch all of this. And also here probably. And then also we do need a door for my maintenance staff to get in and out. Let's continue with the path. So it also extends then over here, of course. And I just love double roads, so I'm glad that we have them. You can even have triple or quadruple roads if you like to, but I think that's fine for the beginning. Next, we also need some decorations for the Martians. So I would like to have some rocks, some Martian rocks that we can have over here as well a bit. And over here, just around that. And then also some bigger rock formations that you can add just for decoration purposes. Those Martians really like it. And we can also speed up time to finish the process more quickly. Very important, before we bring the humans in, we need a feeding throw. So this is where the humans can eat. In this case here, we should make sure that, of course, my visitors can see whatever is going on, right? So the humans are going to eat here. They're going to drink over here. So just so that my visitors can, my guests can also see this when they're going to the toilet, for example. Let's have it here. Let's have like 2 toilets for now, right? When they take a shower, we might have something. Let's have this by the toilets over here, right? And also when they want to have some fun, some excitement. So we could also have then some running wheels over there. Let's go with 1 for now. And then also some beds for resting. And even the beds should not be that hidden. So some of these utilities need water, so that would be a water generator. For this we need to make sure that it's not so visible, so I would like to have a smaller utility area over here, something like that. And then also another water utility, probably some over there. And then we can just draw these pipes, and you see the pipes, but they're actually below the ground, right? So you don't really see them then afterwards. And let's also go with a main line here. We could have the lines then below the path, just to make sure that, you know, we do get a nice structure into them, and poof, off they go again. The same also goes for electricity, so let's have some 2 power generators and also get the power cables going. Once again, we probably will merge them together here with the water, though it will be interesting if I can actually see them afterwards. Okay, they're green now, highlighted. That should work out. Very important, we need to acquire humans first. These are the ones from ancient Rome. And yeah, we do have expeditions for this. So we have the reconnaissance. The abduction is what I would like to go for, because here we can now focus on humans, also on decoration or a mixed approach, whatever we would like to. Let's go with humans only. We start this, it costs me 8,000 Martian dollars. Will take an hour, so really quick about it. And yeah, the focus is Europe, ancient Rome it is. So we also have some time traveling there, I think. While that expedition continues, we should also add some amenities for my visitors. That would be something where they can eat, right? So I would like to have a place to eat. I would like to have a place where they can purchase some drinks. Also, where they can purchase some interactive maps. Let's have this one here right away so they can see this when they're coming in. And of course, we also need to have some space here for trash, because otherwise it's getting dirty quite quickly in my park. A place to rest is important, so especially here where we do have then those windows, I would like to have some benches. Probably here as well. And, very important, donation boxes, like this one. Let's have them here and here. The more the better usually, because yeah, you know, it's more place where people can donate. Martians can donate. And there we're building it. Very good. These here need some staff though, that we don't have yet. So let's also get some staff into my park. And that would be then my attendants. The face of the park for visiting Martians. Attendants operate rides and stalls to keep guests spending. They also have traits, so we gotta make sure that we pick the right traits here. Niak, for example, Niak Tarak, increases the guest purchase happiness at stalls, so he's ideal for something like that. And then we also have no signing fee. Yeah, okay, it's cheaper for me. Right. And then I would like to go for, what is that? Increases a building's beauty when assigned. Now we also need some facilities that we have done here, like a storage facility, for example, for my Martians. So I'm gonna have this one also here. The same goes with a human storehouse. This is where Porter can restock human amenities. Probably gonna have this one a bit further over here, because this is closer to my enclosures then. And then I also need a security panel, so that we can get some security personnel in. That's all over here. By the way, I think for this one, yep, we need to make a power connection. There's the Martian storehouse. So this is just generally storing, restocking, everything Martian related, right? Expeditions require more decor. Let's go with someone that has no traits. And then we got the one for the human storage. And let's also go with one without any traits. I think at this point we finished the first expedition. I'm gonna start another one right away, abducting even more humans so that we get at least 4 in. And there we got them now, the first 2 humans. They have no idea yet what's coming. PL 3691. Discomfort from experiments is increased by 40%, so we should not do any experiments on her probably. Let's place her. And the same goes with my male one. Wanna have a nice ratio there, so we get 3 humans after a while. Out of schooly pooping. And there they are. Enjoying their day, hopefully. And here it's now very important for my first exhibition items that they're happy, right? So the humans have demands and they have also this demands or things they don't like, you know, like they don't want to be isolated, for example. Social is rather low for this one, so she has someone else already, but it's important that we get a few more in. Also, habitat happiness is rather low. That's because we don't have that much going on here at this point. Now, with those coming in, I think it's now time to actually open my park. Right now, park is closed. Let's open it. And also, we get a rating. So we are 1-star park right now. Of course, we want to increase the rating. That means more money. And with that, we get the first guests coming in. There they are. Marcy or Marlon. They have interesting names. I just love how they look, right? I just love the movie, by the way. And this is just so similar. Fantastic. And yeah, they have now happiness. They have a wallet of money they want to spend if we motivate them, right? They also have likes and dislikes. Like, he would like to see the American frontier, right? And then also all the different happinesses here. Excitement, that is for rides, for example. Do we have toilets? No, we don't have toilets yet. I probably should add some toilets. Otherwise, they will also be unhappy. Probably should have a bunch of them. Just so that people stay happy. And toilets, once again, will also want, of course, water connection. Let's get this one going here. This one here. And I think I will also need another water pump close by, because we consume quite a bit of water already at this point. Very good. Also the shower. And by the way, I think we finished another one. Yep, we have 2 more humans that I'm gonna add to this area now. Okay, could be getting quite busy now. We can actually start now an expedition that only gets me, please, decor, right? So something that we can use then to make this more beautiful and thus increase the happiness of my humans. Now they're walking around. They already have their interactive maps. Lovely detail there. Purchasing it from here, right? And then taking it to places. And also just dropping it on the floor, like this one. How dare they? So we're also going to need some janitors. Keep the park running like a well-oiled machine. Tidying up after guests, fixing breakdowns, and so forth. And we do have to increase the building's beauty when assigned. And no signing fee. Let's go for this one. These are the purple guys now. Cleaning up. Cleaning the whole place. One should be fine for now. I would also like to get some securities going. These have actually penalties, like signing fees increased, and they will occasionally vomit spontaneously. Why should I hire someone like this? This one here has potentially 2 traits. Could also be bad traits, of course. Let's get the first security guard going. And they're also gonna vaporize anyone that doesn't adhere to the rules. Last but not least, we need scientists to conduct research and with that improve our knowledge. For this, however, I need still something else in my Roman one. In the facility, that's a research outpost. And this one here kind of like overlooks the whole place, right? And from here we can then also conduct research. Let's get this one going. Oh, we have a message. Now time to bring in some more humans. To expand an enclosure, simply select... Okay, this is also a bit of a tutorial mission there, right? Expand the enclosure of one of mine. We're doing this actually with the human, with the American frontier then soon. Let's hire some scientists. It increases the physics research points from experiments. We also have different traits, physics, biologists, and stuff like that. Signing fees increased, but increases the chemistry research. Let's go with physics for now, right? And this guy, Aka Parlek, is now working here. Up there. And what we can do now is we can do some experiments. And some of you might not like them. We have a durability test. So this cost me 5,000 Martian dollars. And it will increase the discomfort of the human that is being used here. Let's do this. It, however, gives me research points. And we need them. So who's up for it? She's up for it. And we're just going to see... Oh, he's up for it. We're just going to see how durable he is. And yeah, get some knowledge out of that. Lovely animations though. Alright, with that, research has been finished. And we can now put some research points then into these traits here, right? Like, for example, bouncing bugs, that would be a ride. For this, we need a bunch more points, though. Also, expedition was finished for some decoration, right? So we do get like a flower bed, for example, that we can use now to make things a bit more beautiful for my humans here. And let's have this here by the eating through, right? Just one, though, unfortunately. To add some greenery. And yeah, there are the Martians watching and hopefully also spending something. Let's expand with the American frontier. So for this, we once again need to start a habitat that we can have then somewhere over here. And then we can also expand it. So this is also what the mission wants me to do. Wait a second, let's expand it like so. That it goes a bit around that rock formation that we have there. Over here. And I would also like to have another path like so. This path continues then into this direction. Right. And in this case here, once again with the American frontier. So this is lovely. It has a different texture, right? Not the Roman style anymore with its stone walls, but rather we get some wooden walls now. And here, once again, we can also make then some looking glasses. So here, in between those benches, we can have 3. We definitely will also need an entrance again for my staff. So I'm probably going to do this all the way up here in the back. Can we move this, by the way? Lovely. Let's have it over here where it's a bit more visible. And then just getting me a bit of a path over there. And this one continues then into this direction down the road. There's way more space over here, by the way. Down to 88,000, so we've lost quite a bit of money so far. Investments, you might call it. And yeah, in here, once again, we get something for the hunger. Right, so this is gonna be then, just see, over here. It needs to be close to the entrance so that my personnel does not need to walk that far. Right, then we got some toilets. Place to shower once again. Place for excitement. Let's have this one also here by the window again, so they can actually watch. And then also 2 beds over here. And there's nothing else really right now. We could have a path in here, but I don't have any decorations so far. And once again, we should also get something for observing them. Probably gonna have this one over here. And of course, also some donation boxes here by the windows especially. My primary source of income so far. Let's do a new expedition. This time it's for the American frontier. And once again, we want to go with humans. Alright, be alert. Even with a variety of amenities within the enclosure, humans are prone to escape. Security staff will be pacifying them if they try that. There we got the first points now that we got out of the research, right? And we can use this now to also get us a new attraction, and that is rides. So in this case here, the bouncing box is the first one. This is for those that also want a bit of excitement in my park. And let's go ahead and have a look at that. Rides, there it is. What's the description? I think that was rather funny. This gentle rocking ride is ideal for less adventurous guests in the park, and they can ride a box with that. Martians and rides, yeah, there you go. Let's have this one somewhere here, right? Because there's lots of empty space so far. I think we should have it like so, that it's visible. And then we can have those queues. That's not possible. Like so. There you go. And then we just need a path here as the exit where they're coming out. And yeah, also need a staff. Once again, I think it's going to be an attendant. So faces the mark of the visiting Martians. They operate the rides. And this one here, stall capacity is increased by 20%. That's interesting. Alright, and this one's active now. The Martians are coming in. And they will now ride the box. I would love something small in here. And yeah, it seems to be quite popular as there's lots of people, Martians, waiting for it. Finally, we do have humans from the American frontiers, and I can now place them in my latest habitat. The cowboys. That we got a new attraction, and as we can see, my guest count is rising, hopefully above 100 now. Since we got the ride and we got the new habitat. Alright, now that security is in place, we can afford to push the humans a little more. So, experiments increase the knowledge. Yeah, run some of them. Already doing that. Right now we're seeing how durable a cowboy is. Or a cowgirl. Just love how they eat. You certainly need some kind of dark humor for that. But we've been doing it to animals for a long time now. So it should be fine. And the Martians, I understand them. I'm actually going to remodel this center here a bit. Because I think this looked misaligned. Alright, so now we have those three. Then I just would like to get rid of this path. There you go. Looks cleaner now. And now we can also have a few more benches and stuff like that on the other side. And even some trash here. Might also be worth looking at my finances for the moment. So we can see that we are making a loss, of course. We're down to 42,000 now. That's, of course, a lot of investments. We can also get a loan, just in case, if it gets a bit too tight for me. And we can also see what kind of money we have outgoing and incoming. And for example, we can see that the ticket price is bringing in a lot of money right now. The same goes now with the attractions, right? Item sale is just incredible. So that's my stalls. We probably should get more of them, even though each one of them, of course, needs personnel. And then we got the donations, which is by far my biggest post here. So donations, very important. Then we have the wages, utilities, my loan interest, and yeah, construction acquisition. This leads then to a loss of 57,000. Though bear in mind, for construction and acquisitions, we already spent more than 70,000, right? 80,000, 90,000 even. And in this case here, that's of course costing me then as well. Which means that we actually have enough cash flow coming in for, yeah, affording investments. All right, we also finished the next step here of the mission. So we get another decoration. Fascinating creatures, perhaps there is more to them than their simple ways and repulsive appearance. Additional options have been unlocked in the expeditions menu, and we can now change the focus of an expedition to capture decor and reappropriate it for use within enclosures. Humans prefer Earth decor with their habitat happiness depending on what's around them. And yeah, with that we already collected it. By the way, I think we do have... We should have something new. Flora. Only some floras right now. Here in the corner. And I think I also got something for the American frontier. A rock. That we can have. To increase decoration. Then we also have overlays to make sure that we know what is. So we can see our guests and their happiness. Right, we can see some of them are a bit unhappy right now, especially the ones coming from this area. So of course there are missing needs that are fulfilled here, right? We can also see where water is running through, where power is running through. Yeah, and also my overlays for my habitats. So we can see for this habitat, what is increasing, what is decreasing the decoration value here. The same goes with the American frontier over there. So that's also rather interesting and definitely useful for the future. All right, now that we have another habitat available, we can start offering a bit more variety. And yeah, different guests will have different preferences. So some of them like the Romans, some of them like the cowboys. We also get new types of amenities that we can use. So we have the toilet so far like this, which looks very Martian. So we can also now go for the traditional toilets, you know, how they're looking actually. So I think this could help out then as well. Do we have something similar for the Romans? Amenities. Oh, look at that. A bath. A real bath. A real looking bath. And not the ones that we're using so far. There it is. Might actually sell this one then. To just use that one. And yeah, also a board game. Cool. That's really cool. Let's have this one right here by the window. So that my Martians can also watch them doing it then. And with that, we have also, once again, claimed another reward. It looks like the park is starting to find its feet. Took you long enough, I suppose. I'll head back to HQ with my report. Feel free to stick around and continue building out the park, or here there's another opportunity that may require your attention. So we can continue with this mission now, or we continue with the next mission, with a bit of a bigger map. And of course, we're doing this right away in the next episode of Mars Attacks. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to check out the link in the video description to learn more about the game. Onwards to episode 2. Stay tuned.